Hello again, friends. I am Seed Hero, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy. Real quick before you maximize your tab away, if you could drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it so much. So we just finished up our final Scale of Conviction voting sequence, and we have decided that we are going to become part of New Hyzant. We are going to be the kingdom of New Hyzant. I'm not entirely sure where the game is going to take us from here. I am nervous, but also excited to find out.
A tumultuous meeting exposes a yawning chasm between Roland, Frederica, and Benedict's visions for the future. Yet only one will emerge victorious, for such is the custom of House Wolffort. As ever, the scales of conviction have the final word. The time has come for judgments to be rendered, and leaders to steel themselves for the outcome.
Chapter 17, Part 2, A River of Tears.
We've chosen our path. We will submit to Hyzant and bring down Aesfrost in accordance with their wishes.
No. Pray. Stop and think about what you've chosen. You mean to endorse Hyzant's control and give them the world.
I know well what this means. Forgive me. I beg you.
This is how we will bring peace and equity to all Norzelia, Frederica.
That is a lie, and you know it. Every moment of peace will come at the expense of Rosellan lives. What kind of equity is that? You would free the Roselle held captive within Hyzant's walls if you cared one whit about equity.
The scales have spoken. Would that we could undo what is done. Alas, we cannot.
How could you? I thought House Wolffort might show mercy and help free my people.
I know how painful this outcome is for you. But as a member of this house, I must ask you to accept the judgment of the scales.
Serenoa, you are an honest man. One who wants to do the right thing. Truth be told, it was those very qualities that I fell in love with.
Frederica, please.
But now, I find it loathsome. What you would claim as righteous will destroy the lives of those who have no voice. So allow me to speak on their behalf. The Roselle do not recognize the judgment rendered by the scales of conviction.
Wow.
I will defend my people's right to live, and so challenge you to a duel.
Double wow. I thought she was leaving. I didn't think she was going to fight me.
You what?
Do you hear yourself, Frederica? Think about what you're doing.
I haven't the luxury of thinking about anything else. Stand back, all of you.
This is how most marriage disputes are solved. I'm in support.
Best your own betrothed in combat, and we may proceed with your strategy. If, however, I am victorious, I will leave House Wolffort and liberate the Roselle by myself.
Frederica, you needn't do that.
Clearly, I must do this alone. I wanted to be with you. Believe me, I did. But I cannot follow you down this path. I cannot abide the sacrifice of innocence of my kin. Draw your blade, Serenoa Wolffort.
Ah!
I regret nothing, my love. We have been through so much. I was proud to count myself as your family.
As was I. There is nothing for which I would trade the time we've shared.
Oh, but there is. I hope his friendship is worth it.
That's not what this is. He is committed to protecting his people, and I respect that. He has a vision for a peaceful, equitable Norcelia. One he fights for, even as it asks for the noble sacrifice of kingship and kingdom alike.
And the ignoble sacrifice of an entire people! How many times must I say that the Rosal live here too?
Frederica, please! I must first ensure the safety of those in the Wolffort domain. I cannot save everyone, no matter how much I might wish it were possible. My only choice was to end this war and save as many people as I could. Submitting to Hyzant's rule will ensure that all our subjects can prosper like never before. So many will finally know what it is to live in peace.
How wonderful for the people of the Wolffort domain that their lord puts them above all else. To whom can the Rosal turn for such guidance and protection?
I shall stand for them when the time comes. But for now,
they must be sacrificed. You too shall turn a blind eye. You're no different than the others. History is littered with those who swore they would come back for us. Liars, all. I never took you for a liar, Serenoa. We have the chance to break this vicious cycle. You know we do!
Enough, Frederica. I do not wish to lose you like this.
You needn't lose me at all. Just relent this foolishness. Do you remember what you told me when you welcomed me into House Wolffort? You told me this was my place now. My heart nearly burst. At last, I had a home. A place I belonged. I swore to myself I would follow you to the ends of the earth. Now I scarcely recognize that naive girl and her fanciful dreams. You have gone to the one place I cannot follow. May my powers be enough to make you see the light. On your guard!
As you wish. Come at me with everything you have.
Ah!
When do we learn that spell?
Ah!
You simply charge through everything, don't you? You have won, Serenoa. I submit to House Wolffort's judgment, and accept any punishment rendered upon me for rebelling against the scales.
There shall be no punishment. Nor will I force you to betray your conscience.
I don't understand.
You have made your commitment to the Rosal abundantly clear. I will not see your compassion twisted or compromised. For truth be told, it was those very qualities that I fell in love with.
Serenoa.
And so I would not bend your will to mine. Go. Now. while my back is turned. I pray that you stay ever true to yourself and never stop listening to your heart.
I knew there was good in you yet. You shall always have a place in my heart. Farewell, my love.
Well, that got out of hand.
Wait, Frederica. I'm coming with you.
No, Sheila. You must stay. House Wolffort will need all the help they can get in the battle ahead. Please, take care of Serenoa and the others for me.
Is that truly what you wish?
I apologize for my endless selfishness. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for me. But now I must fulfill my own destiny.
I know you are determined to liberate the Roselle, but how will you accomplish that alone?
I will tell our story, the true history of Norzelia, to any in the realm who would listen. Of course, I do not expect their minds to change overnight. But I am sure there are those who will believe over time, and they will help me save the Roselle. And someday, there will be enough of us to shake the very foundation of the Goddess's teachings, and carve a path to freedom for my people.
That path may very well open for them, but getting there will not be easy, and the journey will be fraught with danger.
I know, but it is the path my mother walked. I will follow in her footsteps and go further than she did. I wish to see the future she could not.
It appears I have nothing left to teach you. But promise me one thing. Promise that you will live, Frederica. No matter what happens, stay strong.
I promise, Sheila.
Frederica left the party.
Determined to free the Roselle, Frederica leaves her beloved Serenoa behind. Roland reveals the salt crystal deposits to Hyzant and bends the knee, offering up everything, including the Grand Norzelian mines, to the Holy State. The Holy One accepts his offer, joining the two nations in everything but name, and both Serenoa and Roland are summoned to the Hierophant's palace.
Main story. At the Congress of Saints, Meteor bestows a great honor upon Roland, who has bent the knee to Hyzant.
The goddess has guided Glenbrook to us, and they have sworn their subservience to Hyzant. The once King Roland even offered his crown, his kingdom, and his salt crystals to her. In acknowledgement of his faith, the Holy One has bestowed him the title of Saint.
But Sorslay's seat is already occupied by Minister Serenoa.
Indeed it is. But another is about to be vacated.
Vacated?
Minister Tenebris, you colluded with Sorsley over the illicit salt trade, did you not?
Oh, damn.
Furthermore, you lined your pockets with illegal funds from an underground arena.
I have no idea what you speak of. Have you any proof?
Do not feign ignorance. I received a complaint from Claris of the Consortium.
Claris? So that rat exposed me to curry favor with you.
Pray grant us your wisdom, Holy One. The Holy One has spoken. Disobeying the teachings and leveraging your position for personal gain are unforgivable sins. For your egregious offenses, Tenebrous Mistel, you must offer up 2 things to the goddess. The first is your position as a saint. The second is your life.
Wait! Take my title, my money, anything you want from me, but please, spare my life!
A bountiful day of offerings to the goddess.
On this route, I don't think we're going to get to fight the Hierophant. Which makes me sad because I really want to. I really want to see what's going on under there.
The arena aside, I did not think there was any decisive proof of the illicit salt trade. Is this truly the goddess's will?
Were Tenebris's own words not proof enough? Everyone is equal in the eyes of the goddess. She blesses those who believe and punishes those who do not. There are no exceptions even among saints. You would do well to remember that, Minister.
I shall.
Are you ready, King Roland?
I am.
Roland Glenbrook, do you accept the teachings of the goddess and swear to devote your life to serving her?
I do. I give her not only my life, but my kingship and kingdom, including the salt crystals beneath the very ground it was built upon. In exchange, I ask that she bestow her blessings upon all in Norzelia, and grant peace to the realm.
All in Norzelia. Am I to take it you seek our aid in overthrowing Aesfrost?
I do. House Wolffort and I will serve as the vanguard.
Holy One, will you accept or deny this man's offering? Hear the Holy One's words. Roland Glenbrook, now of the Saintly Seven, you have our support in your crusade. By our strength combined, Aesfrost will crumble, and Norzelia will enter a new age, one where the goddess's blessings rain down upon all.
You have my word, Your Holiness.
Urgent news, Your Grace. King Roland has renounced his crown and has been named one of the Saintly Seven. The Kingdom of Glenbrook now belongs entirely to the Holy State. The 2 nations have combined their armies and are preparing to march on Aesfrost as we speak.
Roland, to think you would stoop to selling both crystals and crown to those zealots. Did you realize your own powerlessness? Or were you perhaps deceived by the Wolfforts? Whatever the reason, you are but a fool who forfeited your own freedom, and thus not worthy of my concern. Sigris, I leave command of Twinsgate to you. Strike down any of the goddess's minions who draw near.
Yes, sir. We will defend our freedom.
A victor must be decided before our salt supply from the mines runs dry. But this is precisely what I wanted. Will the goddess of salt finally see defeat? Or will my Aesfrost itself be erased from history? The time has come to decide who reigns supreme over all Norzelia.
A River of Tears. Completed. Gustadolph is much more confident than he was last chapter.
By offering Hyzant his kingdom and the salt crystals in the earth below, Roland is awarded the title of Saint. Together with their new ally Glenbrook, the Holy State launches an invasion of Aesfrost to unify Norzelia so that all may know the goddess's blessing.
Chapter 18. Begone, Shadow of Sadness.
It is time we discuss our strategy for the upcoming battle against Aesfrost. Who would like to begin?
I see no problem with a straightforward approach. Our combined forces should have no issue taking both Twinsgate and the capital.
A simple strategy would solve a simple problem, but ours is regrettably more complex. I just received a missive saying that some of Glenbrook's nobles are rising up against the Union. Aesfrost has also agreed to support their cause and has dispatched a number of troops to that end.
So the enemy of their enemy is their ally. In the end, they are not but rabble, no?
No. There is a chance they will jeopardize the supply route for the forces heading to Aesfrost. We have to suppress the rebellion first.
According to Minister Roland, the Archduke has a new weapon called the Death Snell at his disposal. Perhaps we should focus our efforts on Aesfrost before they have a chance to fire it.
Each strategy is not without its merits, but will leave us exposed on one flank or another.
Then why not fight on both fronts? Minister Roland and House Wolffort will make for Twinsgate.
In the meantime, Hyzant's forces can concentrate on the insurgency in Glenbrook.
A fine plan. In which case, I will handle the nobles and Aesfrosti soldiers in Glenbrook.
Minister Roland, Minister Serenoa, are you certain about this? With their backs to the wall, Aesfrost will be desperate. The battle will not be easily won.
We know. But our desire to bring the goddess's blessing to all Norzelia is true.
We will capture both Twinsgate and the capital. You have our word.
Ha-ha! A formidable resolve. Allow me to join you on the field of battle.
Then we are decided. Ministers Roland, Serenoa, and Exham will make for Aesfrost.
Is Exham actually going to join our party?
And Minister Camsel's forces will secure the supply route and subdue the rebellion in Glenbrook. This will be the last war to tarnish our great land of Norzelia. We ride to war for the goddess!
For the goddess!
I must be going. Take good care of the children.
Of course. Be safe, dear.
Sycris is a good dude.
Ah, you worry too much. I'm the constable of the great nation of Aesfrost. Anyone who meets me on the field of battle will turn tail and run.
Good luck, Papa.
Let's have your favorite stew when you get back, Papa.
That is a wonderful idea. I look forward to it already.
Come back soon, okay? Promise?
I promise. You two be good now.
Oh, Sigrus.
Roland bends the knee to Hyzant and shakes the kingdom of Glenbrook, leaving his people divided. Unwilling to relinquish their position of privilege, the nobles stage an uprising along with a faction of the citizens. Aesfrost sends troops in support of their revolt and attempts to curtail the Hyzantian army's movements. In response, the Holy State's forces divide into two. Camcel's army makes its way to Glenbrook to suppress the rebels. Meanwhile, Roland, House Wolffort, and Exham head toward Twinsgate, the only obstacle between them and the Duchy of Aesfrost.
Oh, we have an exploration. Serenoa makes for Twinsgate, alongside Hyzant's forces. Before they arrive, he asks Exham his true thoughts on the matter.
The final battle draws near, but before that, we must break through the impregnable Twinsgate. This fight will be more difficult than any we have seen before.
You needn't fret. And as long as we fight together, not even Twinsgate can stand in our way. Minister Camcel is also more than capable of handling matters in Glenbrook, so we can focus solely on the battle ahead, not the one behind us.
Before that, Minister Exham, I would hear your true thoughts.
On what, might I ask?
You once told me that Norzelia needed to be born anew. But victory here would only result in Norzelia being unified under the rule of Hyzant. Does that not run counter to your wishes?
It does. I'd hoped to use the war between the three nations to eradicate Edor's antiquated ways. However, I never anticipated Minister Roland to renounce the throne or wish to unify Norzelia.
So it suited your purposes to have the war draw on longer.
Did you join forces with us so you could stab us in the back later?
Perish the thought. My goal is to see a peaceful Norzelia, just like you. But I wish not only to unify the realm, but be one of its leaders. Such a position must be earned, though, by doing something like overthrowing Aesfrost, for example.
So you joined the fight to extol your name?
And not just that. You two cast aside the old establishments of Glenbrook for the sake of a unified future. It was truly admirable. Together, I believe we could do the same to Hyzant's bygone ways.
I admit, I did not expect you to see such promise in us.
I am merely stating the facts. I won't allow my pride to cloud my judgment.
Understood. We are counting on your strength in the battles ahead.
It seems we are all in agreement. Now, let us prepare for our siege on Twinsgate.
I am stoked to see what Exham can do. I have dispatched some scouts to check the situation at Twinsgate. Thank you, Hewitt. I will see how the others are faring as we await their return. We have our exploration. There is a shiny on that roof. How do I get there? Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Got it. 3,300. Probably not worth it. Alright, step 1. Benedict. Twinsgate will likely be the first of many battles ahead. Pray, steel yourself now, Lord Serenoa. We won't have much time to rest once we're in enemy territory. Took a lot for us to get where we are now. Real pity that you had to lose something so precious in the process, lad. Thinking about that moment breaks my heart, but reminds me that we've got to win, so none of this was in vain. They say Twinsgate is an impregnable fortress. We will put that rumor to rest today. Who else do we got here? Sheila, nice to see you joined us. I spent countless hours in the archives poring over their fascinating tomes. It's like a second home to me now. But the scales have spoken. I will hold nothing back. Kitty. Good kitty. Oh, how are my favorite two kingly people doing? Serenoa. Time to strike down the duchy has finally come. Leading the vanguard is a dangerous job. I do not know what will happen to me. But they deceived my people and ruined my home, and for that I must see them defeated by my own hand. You, We will lead the vanguard against Aesfrost. We cannot lose if we wish to see King Roland's vision for the future a reality. The former King Roland. No longer King Roland. No, Saint Roland. Oh, there's so many houses to break into. Oh, I can't even break into them? What a joke. What a joke. Hello. Hello, Mr. Guardsman. I would love to talk to you, but I'm struggling to get down there. That is too high a jump for me. Please wait there. I will be over to speak with you in a moment. I'm here. Hyzant is handling the uprising in Glenbrook. We must do our part and focus our attention on Twinsgate. Well said. There's a shiny up there. God, I don't like this geography. It is a giant pain in the ass to navigate. I've been waiting for this day. The day we get revenge for everything Aesfrost did to us. Is that everybody? We gotta take their money. If we can't break into their house, we're damn well gonna steal their hidden stash on the roof. And their superior fiber. It's very, very Aesfrost of them, thinking their fiber is superior. Can we do absolutely nothing here? Do we just hit the end exploration button? And that might be exactly what we do. We are ending exploration. The scouts have returned. It appears Constable Sycris is guarding Twinsgate right now. Sycris? Why isn't Lord Svarog there? Oh, we gotta fight. We gotta fight. We do not have time for a fight. Meaning, today's another note day. Let's jump on into the encampment. What do we have in here, Mr. Archibald? Oh, we got promotions available too. Who wants it? Serenoa, do you want it? Don't really care about shielding stance. The 1 strength and 1 accuracy isn't bad. Two strength on Roland. And spring in your step. We're taking it. We're taking it. I don't know who else. Hold on. Maybe we're not taking it. Pump the brakes. Who else can get it? Our girl can get it. Desperate evasion and cross counter. At level 27 we would get cross counter. This is all super nice. Like, super nice. Actually, cross counter comes in our current class. We don't need the upgrade to get cross counter. So we are going to leave it. She's probably going to be next. She's probably going to be next, but right now, priority number 1 is going to be Mr. Roland here. Spring in your step is great. He already has it unlocked. He gets 2 strength from this upgrade. Yeah, he's taking it. There.
On my honor as king!
He has a new spear and a new cape in honor of him becoming a saint instead of a king. Clearly a promotion. All right. What do we want? What do we want to read today? The history of Aesfrost? Just before we decide to erase it. People of Norzelia. The system of magic. And let's do... Condemn the corrupt consortium? Let's do that one too. The history of Aesfrost. The origins of the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost are complex. The nation's founders were of House Aesfrost, a family of nobles related to a previous generation of Glenbrook's royal line. At that time, a clan from the northern mountains repeatedly invaded the kingdom and caused great damage. House Aesfrost then led a company of vassals and mercenaries into the mountains and defeated the clan's chief. In recognition of their valor, the king granted the Aesfrost dukedom and rulership of their conquered territory, which came to be known as the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost. House Aesfrost encouraged the mountain folk under their jurisdiction to turn their ironworking skills into an industry, thus strengthening their move toward independence. When the crown transferred to the current family line, Aesfrost made its break from the kingdom and established itself as its own nation. Their military might is still alive and well in the Black Irons, who wield the latest in iron arms, and the mountain folk raised in the harsh northern environs ardently support the simple and stable rule of House Aesfrost. What else do we have? The system of magic. Magic is a vast subject that requires advanced skills to master. To cast a spell, one must thoroughly understand the theories behind it and use the appropriate techniques with absolute precision. Magic is by no means an almighty and miraculous force. There are various restrictions on its use, and becoming a mage is a lifelong journey of learning and training far greater than that required by a craftsman or soldier. But magic opens up a realm of endless possibilities. Even now, knowing its limits is far beyond our capabilities. The research and efforts of us mages, however, unlock new possibilities and enable us to help even more of those in need. To those who wish to learn the arcane arts, I say this: a true mage is someone who wishes to learn the good that magic can do in the world. The people of Norzelia. People are a product of their environment. For example, the citizens of Glenbrook are calm and mild-mannered, much like their mild surroundings. Those living in the Crown City that bustles with trade, however, are calculating and easily influenced by others. The people are also characterized by their emphasis on custom and tradition, which can be expected from such a long-standing nation. Those living in the Wolffort domain are simple and sincere, perhaps influenced by their lores. Aesfrosti citizens, on the other hand, are characterized by their proud and independent personalities. The duchy is home to many ambitious and inquisitive artisans. Some might say they can come off as self-righteous. The Hyzantian subjects are pious and honest, followers of the goddess. They offer their thanks to her every day for her blessing of equality. Ordinary persons such as myself tend to feel ashamed in comparison. Finally, we have the Roselle, marked by their rose-colored hair. Unfortunately, I have never had the pleasure of meeting a Rosellan in person, though I doubt I ever will find one outside the source. The goddess's teachings portrayed them as sinners who attempted to monopolize salt in ancient times. But could that really be true? And finally, we have condemned the corrupt consortium. We will expose the corruption within the Norzelia Consortium. The consortium was originally created to ensure the fair trade of salt among the three nations. However, 30 years have passed, and now the founding principles have been lost, and salt inequity ravages our realm once more. As you readers know, Hyzant imposes a high tax on all the salted exports. This tax was lowered immediately after the war ended, but is now even higher than before the war began. Though the Holy State claims a salt shortage to be behind this, no one can ascertain the condition of the source, and most speculate it is merely Hyzant setting the price. The consortium should be responsible for righting these wrongs, but they are at the Holy State's beck and call. To make matters worse, they impose even higher taxes on salt bound for Aesfrost to line their own pockets. As a result, salt is now a luxury in the Grand Duchy. Its people are impoverished, and the nation's development has all but come to a halt. This situation is all too similar to that of the eve of the Salt Iron War, and, if left unchecked, could result in yet another horrible tragedy. To prevent that and see the consortium's original purpose restored, we must first bring their wrongdoings to light. To that end, I am currently investigating the consortium with the aforementioned convictions in mind. My wise readers, it is time for us to raise our voices together for the future of all Norzelia. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this today. I am pumped to see what battle this is going to be at Twinsgate. They're calling it impregnable. We've heard that a few times now. I'm really curious what the landscape's going to look like. If the exploration is any indication, it is going to be legitimately a giant pain in the ass to try to get around. Luckily, we have a bird, and we have ladders. Well, we have one. We have a ladder. And a man who can build it. So again, thank you so much. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.